Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all water signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you will use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. In front of me I have the King of Swords, the Sun card reverse twice. I have the Six of Cups, the Hermit reverse, the Seven of Wands reverse. I've also taken a couple of cards from my Demonology deck, and I have Haganti, who is represented as the Queen of Pentacles, makes one wise and teaches everything, can turn any metal into gold, transmutates water into wine. And then Astaroth, who is the Justice card, and he tells how the angels fell, reveals past, present, and future, and teaches liberal sciences. And I also have the number 8 card from the Mystical Healing deck, which is develop stronger concentration. And what I'm seeing here with the Sun reversed twice is, and the Hermit as well, is this needing to withdraw inwards, or you have from the solstice to now the equinox, you have really been a hermit. You've really been insulated, isolated, and now it's time to come out into the world, because the King of Swords is represented by Aquarius and Capricorn. So there is that community aspect, that networking aspect, and there's also that exterior world, the public face. The 10th house is ruled by Capricorn. So we are now emerging out of this solitude, out of this period from last equinox, the Hermit being being ruled by Mercury in Virgo, is a Virgo card. So coming out from this, what is it called? The hibernation. When you're coming out of the hibernation period now, and you're having to emerge, and there's a little bit of difficulty I'm seeing here with the Seven of Wands here. It's a man who's kind of standing his ground, and he's got a lot of trials in front of him, and he actually has mismatched shoes. So there's a little bit of difficulty here, and being in the reverse, it's almost exacerbated. You're finding it really difficult to self-motivate, to self-start. And it may be because you are spending so much time thinking about the past, thinking about the last 6 months. With the Six of Cups here, it's a very nostalgic card. And then, of course, we have Astaroth, the Justice card, who tells of the past, present, and the future. So it's a very nostalgic feeling that I'm getting here. And there's that, the card of develop stronger concentration, where you need to discern what you're concentrating on. Are you spending too much time concentrating on the past and not looking towards the future, not looking towards what you can create and who you can meet, and you're kind of perpetuating this insulated mentality. You're perpetuating this past, just like sitting in the past and not really wanting to emerge, and not integrating all the things that you learnt during this gestation period, during the colder months, during the darker months, where you're underneath the surface, really figuring it out, what you're going to blossom into. And this reading really calls on you to transmutate. And again, Haganti says this, to transmutate, to turn water into wine, that miracle that kind of happens here. And the Queen of Pentacles is a card of abundance. It's a step up from the Nine of Pentacles, which is the woman in the garden who is isolated in the garden and just enjoying it. Well, now she's the queen. Now she is surrounded by so much more beauty and abundance, and she's really in control of the landscape. And she's not so much just enjoying it, but she is the cultivator. She is the one who is keeping it going, making it happen, and overseeing the entire kind of process, overseeing all the other minor arcana cards who have brought the prosperity up to where she is. And then, of course, she has to give that over to the King of Pentacles, who then turns it into something. So It really is this whole process of figuring out what it is that you have created. Even, we think that progress is only made in the daylight. Progress is only made in the things that we can see, but this is actually a fallacy. This is false. When we plant a harvest, when we plant a crop, there's all these days and months that we spend tending to the crop before it's even sprung from the ground, and there's a lot going on underneath the surface. So you really need to dig deep, dig into all the things that you've learned, reflect on all the things that you've learned, and then concentrate on moving forward. Concentrate those efforts and those energies into whatever it is that you want to create this summer, this spring, this summer. What flower do you want to blossom into? And I'm just getting this, the image of a wallflower, or perks of being a wallflower. That becoming. What are you becoming? What are you striving to be? And I really do want to turn these sun cards up the right way, because they're just so they're just so joyous, and they're full of so much solar energy, that projection out into the world. And the thing is, the sun is actually in detriment in Capricorn. Well, not necessarily in detriment, but it takes a lot more effort for the sun to exist in Capricorn, and of course Aquarius. This actually is in detriment in Aquarius. So the sun has to kind of compete almost with its surroundings, with being in the public eye. It has to compete with everybody looking at it, and projecting out the purest light. You can't project out impurities, because the people who are looking at you, the people who are looking up to you, the people who you're surrounded with will catch on to that. They'll be like, there's something not quite right. You're not being truthful. You're not being authentic. You're not being genuine. And people really do pick up on that. So you need to, again, dig deep into all the things that you've learned in the last 6 months, from the harvest, from Virgo season up until Aries right now, and develop yourself, and really understand who it is that you're going to be this summer and this spring, or this year up until the next harvest. What is it that you want to reap the rewards of? What is it that you want your harvest to look like when you come into August, September of this year? And this could be, financially, it could be personally, it could be your relationships. I think it's more so relationships and more so career here, with the Aquarius and Capricorn aspect here with the King of Swords, and really making intellectual decisions. I feel as though you've spent a lot of time with the Six of Cups here, spent a lot of time making emotional decisions during this hibernation period, but now it's time to synthesize that and make intellectual movements forward. Really, not so much getting out of the heart space, but just really rationalizing things and making a plan. And again, that concentration comes with the mind. The heart kind of waxes and wanes and goes everywhere, but the mind, you need that concentration. And going into summer and spring, for those people in the Northern Hemisphere, getting up early, getting up before sunrise, when Mercury is in the ascendant, which is the mind, which allows you to have concentration, will really start to set your day on a very particular trajectory, and your mind will be alert. You'll be more engaged, and Mercury never travels too far from the sun, and you have the sun here twice, and of course you have the Hierophant, which is Mercury in Virgo. So these cards are really saying, get up, start your day on the right foot, get in the right frame of mind, concentrate on what you need to do, set an example, and also set an example to the people that you start networking with, the people that you start engaging with that Capricorn and Aquarius. You know, if you're a leader, you really need to exemplify leadership skills and lead by example. You know, you can't lead from the back, you have to lead from the front, and sometimes that includes doing difficult things, sometimes that includes doing weird things, and you know, there's so much to this, but yeah, I just want to leave that here with you, and I hope that you enjoy your reading. Thank you for listening. Bye.